We are really focused on helping you with whatever the help you need. If it's in our space, that's great. But if it's somewhere else on that wheel we said in advance, if you just want a second opinion, if you want to know if your renewal rate was too high, because most of our clients are getting decreases in their health renewals, reach out to us. We don't charge anything for a second opinion. We're here to help you and work with you.
Here's your cheat sheet, I think, in terms of what you should be doing to keep ahead of ERISA litigation today. So the first comment, of course, is benchmarking. I think at least every 3 years, maybe every 4 years, you should be taking your plan with your advisor out to market and seeing and getting competitive live bids. It's not enough to simply look at a reference book. Go out and get live bids. What would somebody else charge to provide the same service and the same record keeping? And I think through that process, you can establish whether your current fees are reasonable.
Security is a balance. So there's that line that we walk in technology of being too secure, where things take way too long and we get very frustrated users because the amount of hoops they have to jump through and steps they have to go through to access their information or do their jobs gets so complicated that they get frustrated, it slows them down, and they complain to technology or somebody else for that matter, usually their spouse, their kid, somebody gets to hear about it. And then there's the other side, which is we don't put enough security on there and the bad guys have easier access to the information. There is a breach of some sort, and all of a sudden now we're going to have to communicate to our customers and explain to them why we didn't have the right security controls in place. So that balance is that fine line that has to be walked.
The plan sponsors, you're all walking a very fine line, whether it be the CARES Act and the provisions enabled there, the employer match conversation, depending on the balance sheet and budget, and how is that being affected, and participant support, and what do participants want and need in terms of education.
To think that we're going to come out of this where the world's been turned upside down, and the same group of benefits and the same group of offerings and the same way that we've approached benefits and HR in years past is going to be significant would be short-sighted, I think, to say the least. So what we're going to try to do here is walk through, because keeping our employees healthy and safe, has taken on a whole new context, and is really what I think is going to make, again, this digital transformation something that is here to stay.